Okay, John, I do have a question for you. Some people say, well, I'm going to skip my home inspection before I close, and I'll do one before my 1 year. What's your thoughts on that one?
No, because it's like an IOU, and it's hard getting an IOU. So I would say, I advise people get a pre-drywall, get a final, and have that information, because it may be something that we call out and they say, no, we're not going to fix that. And it comes back at that 11-month warranty time. And the builders are real good.
Hey, today is home inspection day for my client. We're in Independence by D.R. Horton in Loganville, Georgia. It's actually Grayson Schools. But I actually came out today to get some photos of the home. My client is in New York, and her intention is to rent out the home after closing for a couple of years until she moves down. So I came out to get pictures. However, I'm not gonna be able to do that because there's blue tape on the walls. The inspector asked me if we did it, we did not. So kudos to the builder, because they went through, kind of did their own internal visual inspection or did their own internal inspection, and then they did blue tape. And there's actually somebody here already working on those items. And then my client had her private inspector come here today. Shout out to John Watson with Whole House Home Inspection. So he was here today. I will include some footage of him and an extra kudos to him because he's about to leave and go to Parkside with Grayson for another one of my clients. And then he was in Wildwood in Covington earlier this week for another one of my clients. So he is definitely a resource, very helpful, answers questions. Check out previous videos that I did with him. But next I'm going to go ahead and do a walkthrough and get some footage for my client while I'm here to just show her what the house is looking like. I'm so happy for her. So I'll go ahead and sign out now, but continue watching. Have a positive, peaceful, and productive day.
It ain't rain last night.
Okay.
They ain't had no sprinklers running. See all this water?
On their yard.
Yeah, we're thinking it's draining into y'all to be sure. It's running, but he in there washing his brushes.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like seeing water, especially if I know it ain't raining.
Okay. I know, so that's going in the report.
Yeah.
There's really nothing wrong with it. You know, now it's getting high. I got to run. I don't want. You see the grass, like,
Yeah, you want to
get inside in there. So.
Right. Are you the construction manager?
I'm one of the superintendents.
Superintendent. Okay.
I'll probably be the one doing the orientation walk.
Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah.
Cool.
All right, guys. I'll let you do your thing.
All right. Thank you. Did that answer make sense?
It do, but he ran there hours and hours and hours, like last night, for it to be filled like that.
Okay. And over there, I saw you like scooping out, scooping out water.
How'd you run? This would have been saturated.
Right, like they don't.
Like that.
Okay.
I don't think that's what it is, but he can say whatever. It's still going to report.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a weird addict. So just make sure they give you something saying it's legit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's split. See, 3 of them. They sistered them.
Okay.
So just ask them. I got it in there what to ask them for the engineer letter.
Okay.
You got a small little crack on the foundation right there.
Okay.
The fireplace not working.
Okay. Okay. So why is that crack not considered normal?
It's normal because concrete's supposed to crack, but it's kind of wide. So you're looking for like a less than 1/8 of an inch. That's greater than 1/8 of an inch.
Okay.
And then when it's so new, it's previously poured. So it could be a few things. It could have been from moisture.
Okay.
It could have been from how they graded it. Or it could just been they didn't let it mix good enough and then it cracked. So yeah, just have them patch it back up.
Okay.
Caught one of her toilet, it was leaking into the ceiling and you wouldn't have known unless you were in the infrared.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell us about that process or how that works?
So I fill up all tubs.
Okay.
We flush toilets multiple times.
Okay.
Fill up all sinks, fill up all tubs, let them sit to make sure that they actually will hold water.
Okay.
Then we drain them all at once and then we run. We do it 2 infrared runs. So we'll do one before we fill up the water and after to see if there's any differences like insulation or any potential leaks in the toilet. that was leaking into the hallway. We wouldn't have caught it. We'd have just left the house, but had I not ran infrared, it would have been leaking later.
So when people ask, should I get a home inspection?
Yes, especially on new construction. It's humans doing it, remember that.
Okay, right. The house hasn't gotten time to settle. You don't know, it's not perfect, so it's better to be safe than sorry.
Y'all excited? You ready?
Oh, we're getting ready.
Ready to deal with more people?
Listen.
They've been, people getting smart. They are hard to find. Especially in Atlanta proper. That's why I gotta stay away.
Really?
I told the realtor yesterday he's on something. And he was like, I know. Sounded funny. After I filled it up.
Okay.
Typically it's for the pitch, but I'm thinking it's because he was draining upstairs too. But it got quiet after that. It was real loud.
So you talking about when you let it out, it sounded loud.
It's quiet now, but earlier it was loud. I don't know if it's because we first had ringing.
Okay.
Right, but I didn't check the 6 times after that.
Okay.
If she ever hears something, so they set the eyes too low. But also you'll see daylight at both ends.
Okay. So that was in another inspection report, and of course they were like, I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by the eyes being too low?
So the manufacturer tell you that they're 46 inches up. Literally on the document, so these too low. So when you step, you slide your feet. Like you gotta be able to catch your foot. At this, you gotta slide because you're gonna just step over and it's not gonna do what it should do. So it has to be about here to here in that range. When it's too low like that, it won't work appropriately.
And this is also for like if you got animals or
Yeah, so say
kids.
you got a little itty bitty dog or a little bitty person. That's why they gotta be a certain height. Yeah, because if you think about it, they're not up high enough. If you're not dragging your feet across, and say you step up, because normally your normal height would be like here, right? When you step in, nobody walk like this. So if I walk like this and it's 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it can hit me on my head, it won't return because it didn't block it. So that's why it has to be a certain height. The efficiency with the drywall. So you actually, since this is the garage, since that's the living space, you can't have any holes.
Oh, it was a hole
There
there.
was a hole there. Yeah, he literally he came and fixed it about an hour ago.
Okay. And then I see water coming out of that too.
Yep, and that should be. That just started happening too. That wasn't that. Which one is it coming from? They put too much wire inside the panel, so you should only have 1 or 2 inches hanging. It's about 3 or 4 inches hanging. So ain't no biggie, but that tells me it wasn't a licensed electrician. Well, it's probably a journeyman or something. It wasn't a master electrician. He just ran the wires. Yeah, normally you come back about 1 or 2 inches out, not that much.
And please do me a favor, because I wasn't recording when you said it, but you said little things like the caulking, but had they not done an inspection, they would not know. So what was like the caulking around the sink?
Yeah, caulking around the shower valve. So say if the water's running and it gets behind the wall, because there's nothing to block it, the water will penetrate behind the wall to the drywall, and then you got mold behind the wall in the shower. So any bathtub, shower, the valves themselves actually should be caulked and sealed so any water penetration won't go.
Okay, so that's what an inspector is like. They're looking for things that we wouldn't catch.
Even think about it.
Or even think to look.
It's more about thinking. Like, you wouldn't think about it. You're like, oh, it's right. It works. Just because it works doesn't mean it's right. And it may take years for you to find
And there's the thing, because the builder covers you for everything for the first year. You're gonna be good for the first year. It's what happens after the first year.
Always. That's the point.
Okay. Okay, John, I do have a question for you. Some people say, well, I'm gonna skip my home inspection before I close, and I'll do one before my 1 year. What's your thoughts on that one?
No, because it's like an IOU, and it's hard getting an IOU. So I would say, I advise people get a pre-drywall, get a final, and have that information, because it may be something that we call out and they say, no, we're not gonna fix that. And it comes back at that 11-month warranty time. And builders are real good at making sure they don't do what they should be doing around the 11-month time frame. They disappear on you, especially if you're at the end of that, and that community is about to be ended.
And they're out of here.
They're out of here. Good luck, like for real, good luck. So I always say, get those inspections, have it all documented that somebody else looked at it, and keep it for a while. You know, use it as a manual and improve their processes actually. Because we see consistencies between each builder. We see the same types of things for every builder we see, because they use the same subcontractors.
Well, oh, I remember clients, Jonathan and Brittany. I believe that they, in Powder Springs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, I believe they did the pre-drywall, they did,
and 11 month.
and then they had you out for the 11 month.
Yep.
And they sold their house,
got
their profit, and then they bought in North Carolina. And I helped them with it all, even relocating to North Carolina. So John helped them with all their inspections, and I helped them with everything.
Get them. You have to, because humans make mistakes. There's nothing like humans working on a house. You're gonna find out what they did right.
It's the largest investment that you make. So even if you're spending a few $100s, I feel like it's peace of mind.
And that's more what it's about. Like, honestly, you can go through a house, like, we will find something. It may not be that major, but just knowing, like, okay, I actually had a quality builder. I had quality subcontractors. There's some things that need to be addressed. And now I know for the future, because you literally add to your tool belt. So as you get inspections, you learn more stuff as a home buyer, a homeowner, and then you can take that to the next property. You're like, hey, I remember when we got an inspection at this house. Can you look for this? So always get it. You always get it.
Okay.
It's the best route.
This is my guy. So thank you to Whole House Home Inspections, Mr. John Watson here for doing this inspection. He's actually about to go do another one for another one of my clients over. We're in Independence right now. He's about to go to Parkside at Grayson, and then you had one in Covington at Wildwood on Tuesday. But we were just sitting here chit chatting about, some people. I think the majority of people buy new construction and don't have agents.
Don't have them.
And then they try to get John to fight their battles for them. Like,
I'm not doing it. I'll help a little bit because I know some things, but please get an agent to represent you. The selling agent does not care about your well-being. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Get you someone who's going to protect your interests.
Because they work for the builder.
They
represent the builder.
Yeah, do what's best
so
for
they're
them.
not advocating for you
at all. I see it too often where they's like, oh well, we're not going to do that, when there's some things that should be done. So please get your agent to advocate for you.
Yeah. Thank you. So they need to hear from somebody else.
I've seen it 3 times alone this week with 3 different builders. So
wow.
Just saying, get your agent. Stop thinking you saving money.
Because you're not. Because the builder's not saying, oh, you're not using an agent. Let me give you this credit. No, exactly. That does not happen. You just save them some money. Have your own representation.
Use a reputable realtor. Please.
Call me.